Hello everyone, Cheryl here with inkedpulp, and I want to play today and have some fun. The other day I uploaded a seller spotlight video where I went through some of these books from Maremi's Small Art, or Maremi. I don't know how she pronounces it actually. And so I pulled some images out of the butterfly, out of the flower, and out of the animals. Okay, I pulled some images, and then I have some other things too. But and I have this little mini journal that I have been working in, and so I wanted to. I'm not so thrilled with that page. I need to darken the. Need to do something on that. I love that cat. All right, so here we are on the next page. And I've got some little goodies here. The first thing I want to do is put some ink on the background. I want to add a little bit of blue and a little bit of brown just to give it some color. Okay, that's tumbled glass. That's a real light blue. You probably can't see it much, but you can kind of see it here. And then I've got an oxide that is broken china. This one's a lot brighter, a lot more vibrant. Okay. So I've got some blue on there. And then I want to put some brown. Just put a little bit of heat on this real quick just to make sure it's dry. There we go. I would like to put some brown oxide, and then I'm going to try the technique where we can actually make water spots. I love blue and brown together. It's one of my favorite combinations. All right. There we go. There's some blue and brown. Very pretty, I think. Now, let's see. I want to find a brush. And put some splatters on there. And see if we can get that oxide to come up just a little bit. Let it sit for just a minute. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You see the little water spots on there? Okay. I'm going to cover up most of the page, so I don't need to do too much of that. All right, we'll set these inks aside. The next thing I want to do is use, and this is brand new. I just got this the other day in the mail, so I'm excited to use it. This is an awful wide washi tape, so what I'm going to do let's put this over on this side. And then a little bit on this side. Let me get my bone folder here. Now, I know usually with washi tape we try to glue it down a little first, and I didn't do that because I'll have stuff over the top of this, and it's really not going to matter all that much. All right, and then let's put a little piece up here. And I'll cut that off. Just something in the background. I don't know, of all of this that I've put down, I don't know what's going to show through, so we'll see. Now, this little edge is coming up, so let's put a little bit of glue stick on there. Make sure it stays down. All right, let's start looking at some pieces from Maremi's books. The first thing I have, and I need to ink it up, is I have this little hut, a woodland hut. And I don't know which book this one came out of, but it did. This is the only one I'm not sure about. But I know it did come out of one of them. All right, get rid of those little white edges. All right, so we're going to put that down there. And then I have these flowers that I want to put behind this little hut here. And this is where the blue comes in. So let's go around and ink these up as well. It's got a little bit of a white border. I did take my X-Acto knife. Now, I didn't cut that little white one out, but that'll be behind the house, so it won't matter. But I cut out all the extra white spaces with my craft knife. You don't have to do that. You can choose to put, like just ink over it and darken it up that way. All right, so this is going to go about like this, I was thinking. And what I'm going to do, rather than glue the flowers down, then glue the house on top of it, I'm going to glue these two together. So then when I put them down, well, I just messed that up, didn't I? That's okay. We'll put them back together here. All right, so that's going to go like that. And that's going to go like that. We can. Now, with some of these papers that have a little bit of a coating on them, one of the things I like about them is that you can put a little bit of water on them and wipe up the extra glue without ruining the papers. So I'm just going to do that because I put my glue too far up. All right. So there is that. And I suppose that I could go ahead and glue that down. Now that I have both pieces stuck together. I don't know how many times I have laid stuff out and I have it just like I like it. And then I pick it up and try to glue down the individual pieces, and they never glue down in the same spot. That's why I like gluing the two pieces together first. All right, I'm going to put this up a little bit higher. I have something else to go down here at the bottom. Okay. Come on. Don't buckle on me. All right, so there's that so far. We've got the flowers coming out from behind the little house. And then I have got this little squirrel that we're going to put down here. But I've also got this little kind of upside down mushroom cap. And what I did is I cut his little fingers so that he can hold this. So let me put just a little bit of glue on the back of this, and he can hold this in his little paws. I thought that would be cute. All right, so there he is holding that, and I think I'm going to let his tail hang over a little, and I'll just cut that off. All right, the next thing I have, and before I glue this part down, I want to check it and see. I have got a couple of mushrooms that I thought I would also put down there. I don't know if that's too much though. Let's hold off on the mushrooms because that may be too much. Okay, let's put down the squirrel because I definitely want him down there. And so I just took one of those images out of the book, and he was sitting in a little bit of forest, and I just cut him out of that. And this little mushroom thing was also in there. So I just cut him out and decided I would use him in my little woodland. This is probably a spread that's more for the fall, but that's okay. We'll do summer. We'll do it in the summertime. And we'll cut that off. Oh, isn't that adorable? We've got the color behind it, some washi with the writing on it. And then the other thing I have is a butterfly. And this does come out of Maremi's butterfly book. I also have that one's too big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold him up. I'm not going to glue down the whole thing. I'm just going to put down his body so his wings can stand up just a bit. And he's going to be resting right there on that little rooftop. I don't think we need the mushrooms now that I'm looking at this. Now, I do also have, nope. Because we've got this mushroom here, I'm wondering if we need one more little butterfly right here. Hang on one second. I've got some. They're not out of her book, but I've got some little sticker butterflies, not in that box. Let's look in this box. We can look at the stickabilities book. I'm looking for, there they are. I'm looking for a very specific, these little tiny butterflies. And I think I'll pull out this one. That is sort of brown and gold. And stick it on there. Now, the last thing that I need to do is ink around the edges. And I don't think this needs a sentiment. If I do later, I'll add something. This is a small layout and it's already getting kind of busy, so I don't think I need any words on here. Although, I'll put something little right there. I don't know. I think I kind of like it just like that. Look at that, you guys. Isn't that just cute? And so the butterfly, the house, the flower, the squirrel, and this little mushroom all came out of Maremi's books. And then I added a couple of extra things. So isn't that just adorable? Just adorable. Hold on 1 second, you guys, because I'm not... Oh, that's for a bird. I'm going to see if I have something really, really, really small in here. I have determined, but I don't know. I wish you guys could tell me if you think that I need a word. I've got this one and I really like this word. So let's see if we ink around the edges on this one, what we think about this. I'm going to keep it a secret till I put it down. I think this might be... How about blessed? And I'll put it underneath the the flower there so I don't cover up the middle of that flower, or nope, or I could put it there. No, I think I like it up at the top. And I like the word blessed. That's a fun word. All right, so let's put that. There we go. What a blessed little scene. So there it is. Now, I am not going to do spatters because I just don't do those very well. And I don't think this needs it with all the colors and all that's going on in there. I don't think it needs it. So I'm not going to do splatters. I'm going to call this good. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like this little scene that we put together. And if you do, give me a thumbs up. I would love it. Share it out if you want to. To somebody else who you think might want to subscribe. And like I said, don't forget to check out those books on Maremi's Emily, Marta, Maremi. I don't know how she pronounces it, but I'm just loving this little page. I think it came out so cute. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.